So, quickie review of the Astrolux SS. This is 1400 lumen flashlight, solid machined stainless steel and copper, beautifully dehorned, really nice feel, surprisingly heavy. She has some gravity to her. The tail cap is, you can't see it in this light, but it's constantly lit, a nice blue color. Very, very pretty light. Gets oohs and ahs from everyone who touches it. Everybody thinks you're a real classy motherfucker. Surprisingly inexpensive. And I really like the pocket clip. There's no fumbling up here with like pocket clips that extend up into this area, and despite the sort of steep angle here, you can literally just shove it in your pants pocket and it'll grab. It is right around the limit of what you would be comfortable pocket carrying. It's quite large. Smooth reflector means that despite it has only 1400 lumens as opposed to something like the Astrolux S1's the Astrolux S1 1600 or the Astrolux S41's like 2000 plus if you run it on an 18650. I don't know, I haven't measured it, but despite basically having less lumens, those lights are good for about 100 yards. This thing's relatively well illuminated beam is good for about 150 yards, and again, this is just my sort of eye test rather than any empirical test. And given the size and weight of the whole thing, you can run it on high pretty much forever. It will get warm, but it will not get hot, unlike the Astrolux S41 or most other lights, where if you run it on high, it'll very quickly become screaming hot. So definitely on the whole recommended. Let's see if we can use the handy dandy crack scale and see how much it actually weighs. I'm sure there's a specification on the website somewhere, but with, well, cock. Full. Okay, so it weighs more than 300 grams. The crack scale can't handle it. I'll try and put down in the description what it actually weighs, but it is heavy. The only thing I will say is that this light came with some of the features not working. Namely, if you put it on, what was it? It's the same or similar firmware as something like the S1 and S41, where you click it on, you can sort of short click up through the modes. If you went on the second lowest mode, like just above moonlight, it would step itself down on I think like 7 to 10 increments or something like that until it thought it was on but had stepped itself off, totally off, and you'd have to turn it off and turn it back on, and that was weird. And rather than having a percent meter, this thing actually clicks out the battery's voltage, and that was giving a constant 2.5 volts, even though I could, of course, put it on a multimeter and see that it was not that, and I tried it with a variety of different batteries. The reason is, and this was found in a forum, credit to Clandestine Airsoft, I was talking with him about this, and he actually found the solution and fixed it. In some forum buried somewhere like 50 pages in, some guy had exactly the same problem, and it's just on the driver there was just a tiny little solder bridge. Just nick that and it was good to go. Very sort of rare, obscure problem, but easy to fix. The other thing is, if you can't solder or you're just an invalid, you can just buy another driver for this. I think they cost $8 on Banggood. I did contact Banggood customer service about this just for shiggles to see if they would respond. They did not respond, so as with all Banggood products, you're sort of on your own when you buy it. But then again, you could probably buy 2 of these for far less than Surefire would charge for an entry-level flashlight, let alone something of this quality. So yeah, easy 10 out of 10. Would buy again. No real resentment or regret here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next video.